Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Meyer Studio Sketch Club. My name's Jason Meyer, and tonight we're going to spend a third time on our eye. And what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about how we make this more exciting. Can't let the sun in. Let's keep the sun out. So we're going to talk about how, with the shapes we already have, can then we kind of turn it up or make it complete or finished. Some of you may have seen master drawings or paintings that have like almost nothing in them, but yet they feel whole and complete. So hopefully tonight will give you a little glimpse into how some of that happens. And it's not with more detail or scientific accuracy. It's just a knowing of how much to give and how much to hold on to. Kind of how much can the viewer comfortably intake, right? And are they having a good time while they're doing it? So let's get going tonight. Let's get going. We see Shakti's here. Good afternoon, Shakti. Great to see you. Look at all that love. You guys are great. You guys are great. And let's see. Do we need to review anything else? I think we've gone over everything enough this week. So why don't we just spend our time today talking about how this can get better and better and better. How is that? Let's see. I bet we're changing things up a little bit here, so things are still a little bit uncomfortable, getting everything ready to go. And I bet you we could make this a little bit bigger as well. Bet we could do that without getting into too much trouble. Maybe that's not the one I want. How about, there we go. There we go. All right, something like that. Hey, Miss Cindy Myers taking care of everything. Hey, baby. Our little lady's out and about, and Cindy's making sure all of that's taken care of. So, more and more these days, she's joining us from afar, which is very cool that she could do that. But that was one of the advantages of the lockup, is having my ladies around all the time. All right, so I'm just going to open this up. Again, so we don't want it to be a gray mass. And what it is more than anything is a sensitivity. And I want to give myself a chance to warm up too, even at this level. So I don't want to go in for the finished shot or whatever. Work around things that are a little easier to do. Hey, important phone call. An actual phone call. I don't think we do that anymore. Didn't think we were doing that anymore. Well, we're glad you're here. We're glad you're here, Claudia. So today we're just going to see what we can do. So we could have this spin around and kind of open this a little bit. That I've turned down. Still get an upper edge there. That coming out of there. Then let that come around like that. Okay, so if anybody's new here tonight, we've got the nose on this side, so this would be the inside of the eye, turning around. We started with the basic sphere of the eye, and then talked about the design of the eyelids. And then Tuesday, last night, we talked about finessing a little bit. And tonight, I'm going to both finesse, but I want to finesse in a sense of movement. So as I'm working this smaller, instead of just being kind of the perfect thing, I'm going to try to work movement into it. So one way we can do that is leave little tails. Okay, so the idea was that we're going to come in here, and what I want to do is I want to give some back and forth tonight to some of this movement. Okay, so why don't we come in this way? So rather than just dropping in, all right? Oh, I just stopped by with 7 of my closest relatives for the next 3 days. Oh, sorry we didn't call ahead. No thanks. Why don't we kind of just spin this in? Just spin this in. Just spin this in. All right, can we do that? Is that allowed? Is that allowed? And then come down like that. Have that go like this. That go like that. So let's have this come back up. We'll make this come down. Right, so instead of having everything outlined, what we're going to do is give more things, not quite this simple, but give more things tails. Tails, what I mean by a tail, like a tail. A tail. You see how that's got more movement and action into a shape like that? So we're kind of putting that principle to work in here. So as we come in here, then maybe we stop them. Stop them. And throw them that way. Stop them and throw them that way. Okay, stop. Stop. Come around, come around, come around, come around. Throw them that way. Throw them that way. All right, and how subtle do we want it? Well, that's completely up to us. This needs to come down. I've been itching to fix that for a bit now. Okay, here, let's right? Is this going to have more energy? If we start doing that. A little bit. Is that picking up at all? I think I got that. It's a much better screen. Much better screen. So you're starting to see pulling out that way. We can have this even push down, pull out, pull out, pull in. Right? You see, I want them dancing. I want them dancing across this. And if these forms kind of spiral out, if you would, something like that. Right? Well, it's going to make this more effective. Get some activity, some hard edge. Loosen it up. Does that have even more movement, more action? Okay, so how can we get more of that in here? Well, do you do it with straight lines? No. Let your arm have more movement. Let your marks have more movement. Gotta make sure we get our perspective right, or close. All right, and reinforce it. That tail, creating that tail look around there. Looking good, huh? Looking good. Hey, Miss L's here. Welcome, welcome. Right, and then if we're going, so we can pick and choose. We can pick and choose what we accentuate, what we emphasize. Right? And if we do that wisely, again, not giving them a technical, but wise in the sense of a consistent thought, a consistent idea carried out in various ways. Alright, hard edges and soft edges. Hey, Miss Janny. Hello. Did you guys sneak in on me while I was working here? What? Did I land in a live show or something? Alright, don't know how long I've been gone. But yeah, you want to get that structure and everything, but we've got to put it down expressively. So, even when I'm softening, I'm kind of reinforcing. I'm either going with or against. Right? Don't want everything always equal. Okay, how are we doing? Looks like I still got a little time. So this is going to come out, then there's going to be a top plane coming this way. Right, as well as running across the nose there. Okay. All right, so even the eraser can have more or less. Even the eraser can go more or less. Corner up there. I like that, Susan. So I just saw that Susan says it's not just the doing, it's the thoughtful doing. Yeah. And it takes a little while, it takes a little experience, right? So right, rather than a certain line, you see how that has more energy? And then let it dissipate. Dissipate. That's a fun word. Dissipate, dissipate, dissipate. Sorry, was I doing okay till I started singing? Oof. Tough crowd. Alright, remember this is coming out of here. Alright, and then heading back, and then it's gonna cut over a bit. Right, this is nice too, because that can kind of change the direction. Change the direction just a bit. Just a bit. And as we're working over here, white of the eye. A little bit of transparency in here. Again, that's swirling this way. Why don't we let that go this way? There. How are we doing? All right. Somebody's gonna tell me when time's up, right? Or can we just do this forever, please? All right. So push out and let that light spill over. Let it spill and tumble and explode and swirl. Explode and swirl. Right? Can light? Of course, light. We're in charge. Who are you asking? Who are you asking? You're the boss. We're the boss. I'm the boss. Well, what do you guys think? Is this an idea that's working a little bit? Are you going where I asked you to go? Well, if I start making crazy decisions, don't follow me. Don't follow me. But we had a little fun here tonight. I mean, I had fun. I hope you had fun. But again, I never got off of the basic form, did I? But it was how expressive can we make these things? Right? How expressive. So when you think about, I've been kind of a stinker a little bit. But when you think about this shape, how can we get more out of it, right? A basic sphere shadow? What if we thought about it as oof? And then we thought about that cast shadow as oof. Right? And then what about through here if there was a stick or branch flying out? You see, you just have to think that way. But sometimes we get so busy thinking the accuracy and does this look right that we don't realize that even if that's spot on, that's not what's going to bring life to this thing. But the way that you put down each and every mark, the way you move your fingers, if it has a direction, right? And then we can come back and reinforce. turn back on itself. So, right, we could have a little piece of fruit here with some leaves come and cast shadow. So whenever you're doing something like this, think about how, boom. Claudia, why do you focus in on these things? Why do you focus in on these things? Well, what I mean when I say I'm a little bit a stinker, how many times have I drawn the little sphere for you guys? And I just kind of did it like that. Right? When I'm on my own, if I'm sketching on my own, right, I want where am I moving? Am I going up there? Am I going back here? Right? And a lot of times, especially at first, I might even sacrifice that for accuracy. Maybe there's a stick coming back here. What's your deal with sticks, Jason? I don't know. I like sticks. What's the problem? Look, I'm defending myself against sticks, and what happened to my cast shadow? It's like the shadow's overtaking the light. Chill out, man. All right. Oh, maybe there's grapes. It can be anything. It doesn't matter. But again, I think Claudia says it earlier. Not Claudia. Susan. It's not just doing, but a thoughtful doing. And if you do a thoughtful doing, you don't have to do a whole lot. A whole lot. But just some. Just some. Oh, Claudia, it happens. It just takes time. It took me time. I didn't get this. I was a slow learner. So when you sit down, what's your intention? What's your intention, right? Oh, who cares if she's only got 3 eyelashes? Well, I mean, if I was doing a mascara commercial or something, but I'm not. Right? But then you can easily go back and kind of adjust that without messing up your main thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that looks like 7:30 for me. This was a heck of a time for me. So we've given you a little sneak peek. Coming up in August, we're going to change to a 3-course format. And I've been here, we've enjoyed hanging out and playing, but we've been playing a little bit. And so if you're ready to step it up and kind of let's talk about what makes a difference, what makes a good painting, right? Then consider joining us. We're going to have the information out in the next week or two. This thing's literally just being built, but we're very, very excited. And I know a lot of you guys, all of you guys, I think, that have been with me for so long will continue. But I hope some of you guys that have been hanging on the wings, too, will think about, hey, yeah, let's give it a go. Let's give it a shot. All right, everybody. Love you guys so much. And I can't wait. Can't wait to do more. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.